just delivers, man. It's been delivering for so long.
Yes.
It never stops.
Yes, you're so right.
My mum used to make me record, old VHS.
Yeah.
We went out, she'd be like, you better record Casualties for me.
Love that.
So I stick it on. Within 5 minutes, you sort of walk out and then someone falls off a cliff, you're like, I am in. And you're still in.
More to come, more to come.
I wouldn't say that summer looks like it's going to be fun.
Yeah, man, some amazing episodes, guaranteed.
That trailer as well, we're super happy with that.
Yeah,
it's really filmic.
Yeah.
There's so much going on in each episode, and I think it showed it.
What I love is we just watched the trailer and we're like, oh, this is so cinematic, this is incredible. And then Charles goes, my knee was mash up after that run.
Yeah, she ain't lying. That's true. Really
On that 15th take, you're like, again?
Yeah, absolutely. I was like,
Sure you haven't got it already, guys?
We need a stunt double now. Yeah, it was really that bad.
How long have you guys been there now, Charles? How long have you been there?
Do you know what? I'm actually now in my 10th year. Yes, I went from, clinical nurse, originally a nurse, then to clinical nurse manager, and now paramedic. Front responder, man, first responder. Yeah, cold green now. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Do you do any... Have you been out with one of my good friends, a paramedic?
Yeah, my mum was.
Yeah. Really? Oh, really?
She's retired now. But yeah, she was a paramedic for many years, and then she was on the phones, and now she's retired. But yeah,
she should come in as an advisor. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you never get her away. She would love that. She would absolutely love that. Yeah, but it's incredible, and like witnessing firsthand the stories and what you hear and the changes and how every day is different. As Derm said, were you around that?
Yeah, I mean, I had the pleasure of going out once and, of course, done some research prior with nursing. But like you said, those stories, some amazing, heart-wrenching stories, some horror stories, the type of things they see in real life is,
I think as well that's what makes Casualties different to a soap, because we're involved with people having the worst day of their lives. You know what I mean? So the drama's ramped up immediately. You've got all of our lives going on in the show, but then you've got these complete tragedies unfolding in front of us.
As well as that, the fact that the backdrop is the NHS, and it's just such a crown, it's such a crown jewel. It's so sort of kind of embedded in our psyche.
It must be protected at all times.
But irrespective of what you think about it, it's there at those key moments in our lives. So everyone has that kind of... It's tangible, isn't it?
Totally agree. And like you said, it's like everyone. Because, the NHS, everyone.
Absolutely.
At least 90% of the UK population are dependent on the NHS. Do you know what I mean?
It's the backbone,
It's the backbone.
And I always think that about, and I think this is what Casualties say well, I always think that about a hospital, that somebody could literally be having the best day of their life because their child's just been welcomed to the world. Someone can equally be having the worst day of their life. And I think the staff do such a good job of managing that,
Absolutely.
Sorry to interrupt. I was going to say that also following on from that, that goes for the actual staff. And it's great getting to play these stories while, in parallel. And very often you get the guest artists, their stories mirror ours, and it's just so rich. I thought Saturday's episode was so much was chocked into it. So many stories intertwined.
Well, you're right. That comes with that responsibility, doesn't it? They're not just a regular. Well, it's not really a soap opera, but it's not just a regular continuing drama. It's, you've got that weight of responsibility, like you said, that crown jewel that has to be protected at all costs.
Oh, 100%.
Also, is this your 53rd role?
Well, apparently, yes. Somebody said that.
It's incredible.
That is obviously
some sort of Hall of Fame or something.
Veteran. You don't look old enough. You don't look old enough.
I feel like we should have had a trophy here or something.
I know, I can't believe it, actually. Well, I've been in the business a lot of years, so...
Wow.
Yeah,
but that's
I take notes.
But that's the win. You've been in the business a lot of years,
I mean,
right?
I've been very
continuously
lucky.
working.
I've been very lucky, and to be in Casualty now is a joy.
So brilliant. And I know you were saying before how packed the episodes are and how much sort of variety you get in one episode. And even more so now, right? I know that you're quite excited about this, Charles, because the amount of episodes has dropped, hasn't it, by...
correct,
Is it 38 now?
It's around about 36.
36, right, and it was 48.
Yeah, around about.
But that means every episode you're getting almost more bang for your buck, really,
a whole lot more.
Yeah.
So 36 still is
It's
not too shabby.
I know, yeah.
Don't we know it? But yeah, as a result of course, you can now pump in more. We can actually now, you know, the budget. It's more impactful each episode. You know what I mean? More, impactful, explosive stunts. And that's the general production value.
Well, I guess you can afford to put that money on the screen, can't you?
That's
do all those
exactly
wonderful
it.
things. Your directors can play around with
Oh,
that.
yeah, oh, yeah, oh,
You
yeah.
guys can concentrate on your scenes rather than... You learn it? Great, do it. But Matt,
There's a bit of that. There is a bit of that.
Yeah, show business.
We have to talk about, like, you know, your career and Bread. And, I mean, it was such... If you're of a certain age, everyone remembers Bread because it was the, like, 3 or 4 channel era. Everyone tuned in for it.
Yeah, it was a family show as well, and everyone could identify with the problems in
Was
the
that
family.
one of your first roles?
Yeah, it was actually, yeah.
Because you came in, what, 3 series in or something?
Yeah, I did. I took over somebody else's role, playing the iconic Aveline, which was a bit weird, but a gift, yeah. So, and I was carrying my youngest daughter. We're doing the last series of that, so that's 86, 87.
Yeah.
86,
Wow.
Yeah. Still wore the heels, though.
What?
Still wore the heels, though.
Yeah, still wore the blooming heels. I'm still recovering, actually, because they were massive.
I feel you.
You must have been recognised everywhere when you did that show. I mean, it was such a huge show.
Yeah, it was thrilling. I mean, as a young actress just leaving RADA, it was really exciting, yeah.
Can only imagine.
Yeah.
And Charles, for you now, it's kind of a little bit sort of work and real life is kind of it's all happened simultaneously because you're a grandfather on and off screen now. I just cannot believe you're a grandfather. Like, how is that even possible?
It's nuts. And big shout to Letitia, love you. Grandsons, love you. You
know
what,
I'll
man?
have to say mine. Frank and Sylvester and Bowie and Daisy May.
No,
Matiti.
Do you know, it definitely is art imitating life now because, you know, my 2 beautiful grandsons, you know, it's a joy. And there are definite pros and cons, you know. Don't get to see them as much because I'm always busy, but the great thing is, you know, you can get to love them, play with them, have fun and say, OK, back to Daddy, love you.
Exactly
I love all of that, you know what I mean?
And they're never as strict with the grandchildren, are they?
No,
my mum, the things she lets my kids do, I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm such a softie.
That's the prerogative.
Yeah,
Super softie, yeah.
Absolutely. There's always a flip side to that. It's when you get them back, you're like, you sure they want it for a bit longer?
Yeah. They're also yours.
I'm getting that now, yeah.
Lovely to have a catch-up, you
I'm
two.
getting
Thank
that.
you. Casualty continues this Saturday, 8:10 on BBC 2. Keep up the great work.
Yes.
Brilliant show.
Loads
Congratulations.
to
You're winning
come.
BAFTAs left, right and
Loads of
centre.
stories to come.
You guys are killing it.
Tune
in
in.
4 years. Definitely
Yes,
more to come.
exactly that.
Like Barcelona, that's something. Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.
What? See?
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
It's been knocked out! Basil?
Mr. Fulty!
Basil!
Mr. Fulty!
This is a bit awkward, isn't it?
Blame myself.
And that was the incredible, amazing cast of Fawlty Towers, the play.
The world's most chaotic hotel is swapping Torquay for the West End. It's been adapted for the stage by the original Basil, of course, the great John Cleese, who's with us now. John?
Welcome. So good to see you.
It's lovely to be back. I've been on holiday, you see.
Where have you been, darling?
I went to Mallorca, and it's wonderful. So I haven't seen these guys on stage for about 3 weeks. Going on Saturday.
Should we bring some of them in?
Yeah.
Let's bring them in. We've got Paul Nicholas, who plays the Major, and Adam Jackson
Hi,
Smith,
Paul.
who plays Basil. Adam.
And you must be James.
Welcome along, guys.
Welcome. And thank you for being here all morning. It's been absolutely lovely. And
Thank you for having us.
Treat.
John,
Hallelujah.
last time we saw you, I think this was about to launch, and you were
that's right.
kind of, not nervous, but excited.
Well, I was very worried because the auditions have been so awful. And I was, disappointed with the rehearsal.
Well, you work with the tools you're given. And,
Somehow we fooled the critics because they're not very good, these days.
That's not true, though, is it? Adam, I'm
you
sure.
didn't say that last time he was here.
This is very different, yeah.
Adam, what's it like? I mean, what an iconic role for an actor to play. It must be wonderful.
It is wonderful. From the very first preview, we've had this incredible reaction from the audiences, people standing up, all 4 tears. It's been amazing. It's been really lovely seeing a whole audience laughing at something that they might have seen together with their families or their friends, but seeing them laugh with 700
There's something
other
very
people is
special
amazing.
going on, because I think it's the fact that nowadays you don't go to the theatre that often and sit in an audience that is rocking with laughter.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful experience, because when people leave the theatre, everyone's in a good mood, everyone's friendly and warm, you know? And watching the audience, I was sitting in my little box up there so I could be quiet, watching the audience rocking backwards and forwards. It was a wonderful feeling.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it is a real pleasure to go in every night because of this reaction that we get. I mean, I've done plays where, you know, you get half-empty, you know, theatres, and this is full and, as he says, rocking, and they laugh and they go out happy, which is what we're there to do.
It must be lovely doing a show like that. And obviously, Paul, it's wonderful to have you back, because you was on this show the very first time with Richard and Judy.
Yes, I had hair then.
You didn't have hair, but you were the first guest they ever had.
Yes. Well, I had a bit of success with a show called Just Good Friends.
I love the way you underplayed that. It was literally the biggest show on television.
It was huge.
He's looking out at me and saying, look what happened to him.
That's incredible. Look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I feel like running up and kissing the screen.
You're still lovely and handsome.
Oh,
You're
my
still
darling,
gorgeous.
thank you.
But Paul, the Major's such a great character, because he's one of those kind of perennials in Fawlty Towers that you always... Like, he's always a scene stealer, isn't he? He comes in and, you know, and played by Ballard Berkeley, who, you know, was... at the time.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and you know, John was just saying quite the heartthrob.
Well, he was a sort of matinee idol in the thing.
I didn't know that, was he?
Yeah. Everyone thought he was, you know, an exciting young man.
Yeah.
And then right at the end of his career, he had this extraordinary triumph, which is just lovely, you know.
Well, I feel very much like him.
How old are you?
27.
Paul is definitely the scene stealer as well.
No.
Come on, you definitely are.
No.
Well, what a great role for that, though. It's marvellous.
Yeah.
And I'm very interested that, I didn't know this, you researched even the real-life inspiration for Basil, Donald Sinclair.
Yeah.
Tell us about Donald.
Absolutely. So,
What was
this
that?
is the
I missed
gentleman,
that, I'm
Donald
deaf.
Sinclair, the
The original
man.
guy.
So did you go and meet him?
Was
Well,
just
he's long gone, sadly.
Oh, I didn't know.
long gone.
He'd be about 150 years old, I'd say.
Really?
Well, it was extraordinary, because, I mean, I remember still going into the lobby the first time, and he was sitting at the desk, staring into the distance. And he saw me coming, a guest. So he immediately pretended he was busy, turned his back and started doing things. And I went up and stood at the desk waiting for him to... And he went on as though I was invisible. And then eventually I said... and he said, "Oh, what?"
He didn't care.
And John, was that your, like, from that moment, did you then go,
No,
OK, I've got it?
Actually,
And
it's a stranger. Sometime later, I opened a health club, and the guy who was going to run it died after 6 weeks. I'm being quite serious. And I had to earn a lot of money quickly to pay people off.
Yeah.
But I did 6 doctors in the house. And one of them I set in the hotel, and Timothy Bateson played the guy who became Basil. And the producer, as an old friend of mine, said, there's a series in that. And I thought, typical TV producer. Of course, he was absolutely right, Humphrey Bartley.
Yeah.
And eventually, about 3 years later, Jimmy Gilbert wanted me to do something, because he knew I didn't want to do any more Pythons. And I went back and sat down with Connie, and I said, what are we going to do? And within 20 minutes, we said, let's do something in the hotel.
And did you write it quite quickly off the bat?
Yeah, we read a pilot quite quickly, and then it was read by the man who was in charge of giving opinions of comedy sketches, shows, sitcoms, and he said this show is full of stereotypical characters and cliched situations, and I cannot see it being anything other than a disaster.
And here we are now. Here we are now with the play. It's doing
But this
so
is
well.
fairly typical of TV executives. You know, they have no idea what they're doing.
Adam, did you feel a bit of a pressure, the fact that John Cleese was going to be looking over your shoulder watching you?
A little bit, absolutely. I mean, I approached it as just like as a normal acting job, as much as I could. But I think you'd be,
you'd be silly not to feel that pressure.
Obviously, yeah, with John in the room. But I mean, John has been incredibly generous all the way through.
Yeah, but I mean, when I saw him, truthfully, in rehearsal, I just thought we are in luck. This guy knows.
You said that last time you were here,
And if I start giving him a note, he finishes what I'm saying. He's already ahead of me.
He's with you.
Yeah.
He's on it.
And there's probably more of a pressure from other people's expectation, I think, because obviously everyone remembers John as Basil.
And you see, I think of myself as a writer. I know people don't think of it. If you write, you expect people to play them.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So there was nothing strange about seeing him doing it.
And it's one hell of a role. It's like Hamlet, isn't it, really? It just goes on.
How he does 8 a week.
Unbelievable.
But he's young.
He's great. Yeah, he's young.
It's a great physical role, though, isn't it?
It is. It's incredibly physical, yeah. And I get the pleasure of running around in a cardigan and a shirt.
Pretty nice.
It's a nice fit.
And the vest. Don't forget the
Really
vest.
toasting.
Hey, where are the others?
Introduce us.
Mincing in.
Have a seat, darling.
No, I'll mince round the back.
Oh, I love this.
I'll come and perch next to you. Thank you so much.
Oh, and hello.
AJ, how are you?
You rascal.
He
You're
does
such
good
a rascal.
Rascal, isn't it?
I thought he's lost his mind.
What's so incredible is it's been extended to next year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
People,
Yeah.
there's a real appetite for this, isn't there?
Yeah.
No, there hasn't been a show yet where there's been an empty seat. Isn't that extraordinary?
There hasn't been one empty seat.
There hasn't been one empty seat.
And I
I'm
love
told
the
this
fact
by
that
everyone.
that's what has that
unbelievable.
cross-generational appeal to people.
Yeah.
Well, what's happening at the beginning, I was very happy because all the people in the audience were old. They're all 50, 60-year-olds. Well, I know they like me. But what happened is that 1 or 2 youngsters crept in because the security people missed them. And as a result of that, they started telling their friends, and now we got many more young people in the audience. Right?
You hear children laughing.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
6-year-olds.
9, 10, 6-year-olds.
So cute.
Which is amazing.
That's so lovely, isn't it?
Tickets for John Cleese's Faulty Tales, the play, are available now. What theatre you want?
The Apollo.
Oh, wonderful.
The Apollo.
Lovely.
Thank you for such a wonderful day, all of you. It's
Thank
been
you.
absolutely great.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning. So good.
I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted.
UK members of Kids Bop, Sadie, Chanel and Toby are with us now. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Good to meet you.
So when you go out on the street, do all the kids recognise you? And like all the adults are like, who are you?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Is that what
We have been
happens?
stopped before, like a few times, yeah.
But you
And then mums and dads are like, who are you talking to?
These guys are big time, man. They are big time.
Well, tell us about Kids Bop. Toby, it started in America. Tell us about the group, the success and how you guys got involved.
Well, basically, we had to start from an audition.
Yeah.
And, like, what Kids Bop actually is that we take songs from, like, pop charts, like famous.
Yeah.
But some actually songs have bad words in them.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, we changed the words
I
to make
love
it
that.
kid-friendly.
That is so
everyone
good.
can listen to it.
And how did each of you get involved? So, Toby, start with
Well, I was actually in a music video, I think I was about 7, with the old Kids Bop kids. And then the managers was like, why don't you audition? So then I auditioned and here I am
They
today.
saw the talent. Straight away, they saw the talent. And Sadie, did you get to meet other Kids Bops?
Yeah, so actually, last week we was just in New York.
Yeah.
And we was with the American Kids Bop kids, and it's so much fun. We always do, like, global shoots with the German Kids Bop kids and the French Kids Bop kids and the American Kids Bop kids, and it's, like, one big party.
How many Kids Bop kids are there? There's a lot of them. There's a lot. So you're just literally travelling all the time. You guys are living your best life. Do you realise what you are... Do you appreciate this life?
It's amazing. Yeah.
Is it?
Sadie, Chanel, how did you get involved? Are you performing art? You go to
Yeah.
school or...?
So, I've been in the industry for quite a while now, so I've done a lot of TV before.
Yes, Chanel.
And singing. And I've always loved singing, I still do. And then I auditioned for Kids Bop on Zoom, which was so exciting. Then I found out I got in.
What was it? I mean, that must have been kind of disconcerting, right? Because
Doing it on Zoom.
like you said, you've been in the industry a while, so you go to a lot of auditions and stuff. But to audition on Zoom must be pretty kind of strange.
I mean, it was different, but it was quite exciting. There was a few rounds, I'd say about, like, 6 rounds.
Yeah.
And
You're like, Mum, move the chair out. I'm ready to go.
yeah, it was quite exciting, but Yeah.
Do you get any like input on what songs to choose? Do you like to put your 2 pennies worth in?
Well, we have like a Kids Bop management that deals with like the song side and like the music, which they like pick the songs and change the words. But most of the time, like, they're obviously in the top chart, so we listen to them anyway. Yeah.
So what, will they send you like an email? You'd be like, yes,
yeah,
Beyonce.
yeah.
For
Really?
fantasy, if you could do any artist, who would it be?
Oh, I would say at the moment I'm loving Tate McRae.
Very good, isn't she?
At the moment, definitely Scissor.
Yeah.
It would be Bruno Mars.
Yeah, locked out. For the Tobes.
What would yours be?
I'd be Bruno Mars with Toby.
What about you?
Beyonce.
Oh, yeah.
Me and you ended up in Kids Bop, there'd been a lot of trouble. What are those two?
You're making me want to be in Kids Bop. How much fun do you have?
So much. It's fun.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Really? Are you lot all like brothers and sisters now? Yeah.
We're
Pretty
so
much,
close. We're
yeah.
literally together all the time.
We should do adult bop.
Oh, yeah. That would be so good.
We should. No, we do. That's right. That's what we do every day. It's just dance
are the
and
adult
sing on
bops.
telly, yeah.
Hey, you've just come off a tour, haven't you? How did that go, Chanel?
That was amazing. So we got to go around the whole of the UK, places like Birmingham, Manchester.
Oh, lovely place to go. Birmingham and Manchester, I love it.
It was amazing to experience all the different crowds. We had, like, different, like... It was just amazing.
And we also got to perform in our own towns as well.
What was that like?
It was amazing, like, and seeing all the different crowds and, like, the different vibe of, like, each city was amazing.
How does studying work? Like, are you I don't know how old you are. Are you 15, 16?
Yeah, I'm 15, but I'm actually homeschooled at the moment.
Right.
Yeah,
So
and these two, obviously.
So what's that like? Is that...
Well, I mean, it's different, but when we're actually working, we do get a tutor on set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that must have a bit of a, not a pressure, but, you know, you're working out, you're doing all your Kids Bop stuff, and then you've got to go and do geography.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've got chaperones as well?
Yes, we do.
So what's the career life of a Kids Bop? How old can you do it till? What's the situation?
Well, it's not really like an age range. It's just like...
When you're done with it?
Well...
Yeah, technically,
I'm just interested to... Like, can you now, like, go on to be big stars? I know Zendaya was a Kids Bop, weren't she?
Absolutely.
So you three, probably, the odds are, you're going to be big-time stars. Are you ready for this world? Are you ready for this?
Yes, 100%.
Always been a dream.
Yeah.
So it's incredible, really, because obviously it's really successful, but you're also... This is your apprenticeship, really, isn't it? Because you, off the back of this, you could go and do anything. So in terms of what you have done already, so Chanel, you are going to be in the Jennifer Ortega movie Beetlejuice.
Yes, I am.
How was
coming
that?
out very soon. It was amazing, and I got to meet Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
She was lovely.
Sadie, you were in Matilda recently, which was, I mean, one of my favourite films in the last few years. Oh, it's brilliant. We love a bit of Matilda. It's so good. How was it? Here we are.
Oh, wow.
Got the masks on.
Yes, that was a...
Was that in COVID? Was you in lockdown then?
So we had to quarantine in a hotel for a month. And it was actually my birthday in there as well.
No, you're joking.
Yeah, my 13th birthday. And we had to wear masks, visors. We had to do COVID tests every day.
Oh,
and
so
but there
hard,
were so many
dancing.
kids as well, and we had to dance in there all the time.
That was unbelievable. Can you actually believe that you guys, your albums are sometimes selling more than the Beatles? You probably don't even remember the Beatles. The Beatles and the Rolling Stones. I mean, how does that actually make you feel, Toby? Come on.
Well, I mean, it's like... It's a great experience, and I can't actually, like, believe it myself, to be honest. Like, I don't think we realised that we would get this far, but obviously we have, and we just can't wait to see the future as well.
And so what about you and Bieber? What's going on?
I think you look a bit like Bieber.
Everyone says.
Don't you think there's a resemblance?
Yeah, everywhere
Is this
I
you on
go,
stage with Bieber?
that is me, yeah.
Oh,
Look how little you are.
so cute.
I cannot believe your mum didn't clean the lens. Absolutely livid about that.
That was probably, like, 5, 6 years ago. That was a long time ago.
Oh, it's so
Everywhere I go, I get called.
Do you?
Everywhere.
You don't mind, though, do you?
I mean, it's
He's
A lot worse
cool.
thing. Yeah.
He's quite cool. And Sadie, just out of interest, what do your friends make of all this?
Well, they think it's, like, crazy. Like, even today, they're like, you're on this morning. They're, like, so, like, starstruck. And they're so supportive all the time. And they actually came to watch me at the Kids Bop tour.
Did they?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Well, listen, guys, well done.
Thank
You're
you.
chasing your
Thank
dreams.
you.
Show
That's
the
a good
album,
thing.
show the album.
Listen, never mind me. You want to be touched by the God. Go on.
Come on.
Put the Midas
together,
touch on
together.
that.
You hold it that side. We're going to sell this.
All right, the Kids Pop 2024 Volume 2 is out now.
Oh, I'm a fan now. I'm an absolute fan. Thank you, Kids Bop. Thank you, Sadie, Chanel and Toby.
Thank you so much.
Do you know what? We've got a little exclusive...
Where did you find that?
We've got an exclusive clip.
Where did you find it?
I don't know. Have a look at this. Oh, you lot are killing it. So good. Thank you for joining us.
Brilliant.
Sadie, Chanel
you.
and Toby. That's
lovely
Kids
to
Bop.
meet you. Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.
Has become known as one of Britain's most inspiring women, a campaigner, a best-selling author and a voice of recovery and resilience.
Well, in recent years, she's made it her mission to encourage youngsters to be more confident. And following on from the success of her first children's book, Katie Piper is back with a second. This is Together We Are Stronger, and it's great.
I so appreciate you dressing to match the book.
I look at this.
Honestly.
Especially.
Thank you very much. It's absolutely perfect.
What a beautiful book, though. It's absolutely stunning.
It's really great. I said to you just, I was like, I'm going to steal this because my son will absolutely love it. How was it to write a second one?
Yeah, I loved writing it. The first one was this character, Teeny Mouse, and she's female and she's small but mighty. So it's all about don't judge a book by its cover. You don't know what somebody's capable of just by looking at it.
Sounds like you.
Oh, well, thank you. And you too. I think it's all of us. Like, you don't know somebody until you spend time with them and you see when they're tested. And she's come back in this second book and she's on this mission alone and she has her own weaknesses, which is OK. And we introduce all these new characters that are like her woodland friends. And they have things that make them unique and they have things that make them diverse, but they are their strengths. And they find out that actually in a group we can achieve so much more. And as a community, we're so much more powerful. Hence the title. Together We're Stronger.
It's like a superpower, really, deep
yeah,
down, isn't it?
I think
we were talking to Sam Thompson yesterday about superpower and our diversities are our superpower.
Yeah, and not feeling less than, and that actually, what is a complete person? Like, some people flourish in one area, others don't.
Yeah.
And if you can delegate and lean on people, then you can achieve so much more.
It's kind of your ongoing theme, isn't it? Together we are better, together.
That's what I tell my husband. If he does the housework and I come here to This Morning, together we're better, you know?
Has he done it?
Not yet, you know.
It's funny, like we were just saying, it's like we're on telly doing this thing, and I literally in the break a message from my wife going, the coffee machine's broken, what's going on? And I've got to go home and do the coffee. Together we are stronger.
It's true, it's true. Do you think there are going to be more of these teeny tinies?
I hope so, because I've always written adult books and, you know, like, my messaging has always been about affirmations, positivity, mindset.
Love that.
Yeah, and as I became a mum, I wanted to get that message across to my kids, but turns out, like, a 300-word book isn't that interesting to a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old. So having a picture book with illustrations and text was a way to get that conversation going with them. So I would love to do more in that space, yeah.
Are they like your editors for your books? Are they your biggest critics?
I mean, they're like my trolls. Yeah, they literally see the first edit and they're like, boring, don't like it.
Are you serious?
You know, they're like consultants, but it's good getting them involved early on and also showing them the different things that, because they're daughters, young girls, different jobs that women can have. So they're like my editors, my copywriters, they're my sketchers. So, yeah, it's a team effort.
We need these young girls, don't we? We need them in our lives. They help us throughout our life.
Exactly, your harshest critic, as you say.
Yeah.
Another project you're really passionate about is the online safety stuff. And this started after your daughter was approached about?
Yeah, that's right. So I'm working with Virgin Media, O2 and Internet Matters on a new online safety campaign, and it's called Find the Right Words. And that can kind of be the barrier where we don't know how to approach this subject with our kids, or maybe secretly we don't have the knowledge about the internet ourselves, so we shy away from it. I thought I was quite savvy because I use social media all the time. I consider myself young at 40 and connected.
You know what's going on.
Yeah, so I thought I was safeguarding her, and she was on an online game where I disabled the online chat feature, and somebody, like another player, commented on her score and congratulated her, and they had the username of a YouTuber that she loves. So she's only 10, so she got really excited thinking she was talking to one of her heroes, but the conversation quickly sort of escalated, and it was actually an adult. So she shut the device down and she came and spoke to me, which I'm really grateful for.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah, and it was tempting to, like, tell her off or get, you know, put my own panic onto her. But I tried to say, look, this is what the online world is. People can impersonate each other. It's not always what it seems. And that actually led us to talk about how things can escalate quite quickly.
But it's interesting because she actually had it in her mind to come and speak to you about it. So she probably had that feeling deep down that something wasn't right anyway.
Yeah, and I said to her, look, this is really important to trust your gut, you know, and the campaign has created these 2 guides. One is around how do you talk to your child, what's the right language, the right tone, asking open-ended questions, maybe using news articles and scenario-based chats. And then the other guide is what do you do, the practical stuff, the parental controls.
Especially
tools.
if you're not computer savvy,
Yeah.
you don't actually know.
How do you limit
Do you
that
think
stuff?
parents should know what's going on and should know how to use the technology that their children are using?
I think it's important to have knowledge, but I think it's also worth saying there's nothing shameful about using devices. They are good social tools, they're educational, they're part of modern day, so we don't want to shame parents.
Yeah.
And I hold my hands up to say I got it wrong, and I'll probably get it wrong again because it's evolving all the time. Like, you think of stuff like AI and deep fake, you know, that is like audio, video, impersonating not just celebrities, but friends and family. And you might think you're talking to someone you know in the real world when you're not. So you've got to stay abreast of it. You can't bury your head in the sand, that's for sure.
Why do you think it's so hard for parents to be able to talk to their children about this sort of stuff?
I think if you lecture your children, they automatically switch off.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's about navigating it together and having open communication. And it's not just predators online. There's a whole thing of, like, body shaming, cyberbullying. You know, they're real friendship groups going online and having all those kind of politics and problems. So I think it's something you need to have the dialogue open in the house, and that it's never too early to talk to your kids. You know, I talk to my 6-year-old about it as much as I do the 10-year-old.
It's interesting.
Thank you
You're obviously
so
doing a great job of it, and it's really petrifying. And I think you're just dealing with it really, really well, so...
Well, the positives are that there's lots of help out there, and I think in your friendship groups of, like, school mums and dads talking to each other and educating each other as well.
Exactly.
Because together, we are stronger.
Absolutely.
See what I did there?
Thank you.
Congratulations on the book, and thank you so much for coming to talk to us today.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Katie.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
He stole the nation's hearts when he was crowned the King of the Jungle, and he is the smiliest member of our This Morning family. But Sam Thompson says none of it would have been possible without his ADHD.
Yeah, Sam is now teaming up with ADHD UK to help positively change what it means in the lives of people who go with who have the condition. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit confused there because I wasn't supposed to read that.
You're still thinking about
He
sunburn.
joins us today. Sam Thompson is here. It's so lovely to see you. And you did win our hearts in I'm a Celebrity. We absolutely loved it.
Thank you.
And do you maybe put that to the fact that you did have ADHD and did that help you?
Do you know what? I've done a lot of things recently, a lot of videos where I say ADHD is like a superpower. And I genuinely do believe that throughout my life it has helped me gain a lot. And there's a lot of negative stigma around ADHD, which I just want to change.
Yeah.
I want to be like, no, there's so many positives there as well. And I genuinely do believe in the jungle when I was out there, you know what it's like. You have the energy and you want to speak to people and it gets real boring in there. So you've got to do something. So I would attribute some of it to it, yeah.
But I love your enthusiasm. I love how excitable you get. I love the fact that you hug longer than normal.
I'm a
You know what I mean?
I
You're a
love a
linger.
lingering hug.
You're
Didn't I
like-
just say this?
I love that.
John knows.
When you first went there, you gave... I can't remember who you gave the first hug to when you went into I'm a Celebrity. But I absolutely love the fact that they were a little bit awkward. They found they were like, oh, gosh,
And
what's going on here?
back to tell them to get off.
It's so genuine as well. I think that's what people love about you. It's like this infectious enthusiasm. I remember when you first came out, I wrote you a little note and I was just
the
like...
nicest thing ever, by the way.
Oh, that's a pleasure. And I just think it's so lovely to see someone who's genuinely lovely doing well. How was your ADHD in terms of your education when you were younger?
It was a struggle, mate. I'm not going to lie. It was bad, actually. And I remember I once cried into my textbooks at school. I'll never forget that. I basically was trying to revise. I tried to be a good student, and I would sit in my little room, and I'd open my book and be like, here we go, this is it, you're going to do it. And I'd read these things, and none of it would go in. It was just, I was just reading words. Yeah. And I was like, I don't understand how everyone else can do this and actually understand what's happening here. And I would get distracted by everything. I'd get distracted by the words themselves. Yeah. And my mum would completely be wandering all over the place. I remember just being like, I'm never going to be able to understand or revise for anything. And the only time I was ever good at a subject was if I really loved it. So if I loved something, this is why I would say this to the young people that I see on the street and stuff about having ADHD being a superpower. I think when you adore something, I love classical civilization. I love my ancient Greek myths.
Did you?
Like Stephen Fry is like a hero of mine. And so because I'm so invested, I love Harry Potter. I know all the lore. So I do all the deep dives into the lore and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Like, I'm a proper nerd. So all that stuff I'm so proficient in. But anything that I actually don't find interesting, I struggle so much to even slightly understand it.
I think what it comes down to, isn't it? It's like different people want to learn in different ways. Yeah. And so, like, some people learn a certain way really well, certain people just... And because the education system is one particular way for one particular type of person, that's what makes it really difficult, I think.
It is. And also, I think I was probably the last generation where no one quite knew what was going on as well.
And every brain is different. You know, it's not just about how we learn, because that's just how we learn. Every brain is different. And so all of our brains are wired slightly differently, they all process information slightly differently, and there is no one set way of learning. It's why you need to have loads and loads of different options available.
Yeah. So, Anna, with someone who's got ADHD, is there lots of different types of people and how it affects people differently?
Absolutely. There's no one-size-fits-all. It's like a cluster or a whole set of traits or symptoms, and everybody has a different mix, and not even everybody has the H. So some people will have ADD, which is the attention deficit and the difficulties with organisation, concentration, having the multiple tabs open in the brain, struggling with those areas, but not have the kind of buzzy energy, say, that you have, that hyperactivity component, because the H stands for hyperactivity. So it's not even the case that everybody with the attention deficit issues has the hyperactivity component.
Do you know what, as well? I think a big part of joining ADHD UK, the charity that I'm involved with now, I think, is to more for me to reach young people and use my platform for them, because it's... Look, I say it's a superpower. I'm very aware, by the way, there are a lot of struggles that come with being neurodiverse. Like, there are, that you've got to navigate. But I genuinely believe, and this is only my lived experience, but I genuinely believe when you've got, like, 8-year-olds coming up to you and, like, their parents coming up to you with their kids, being like, they were bullied at school and now they've watched The Jungle and they think that it's a better thing. Like, I don't want to sit there and say to a kid, hey, man, there are going to be struggles. I want to say the positives. Yeah. And I want the kid to sit there and be like, do you know what? This is actually, there are good things to this as well that I can set my mind to. Yeah. I worry that there are so many, they have a negative opinion of themselves once they get this diagnosis. And yes, there are struggles, but there also are so many benefits. I genuinely believe that if you set your mind to something that you absolutely love, you'll be the best in your field.
You'll fly.
So yeah, I really do believe that.
I think we've got some footage, actually, of you in your ambassador role, talking to some youngsters, I think we do.
Absolute superpower, I promise you. Put your mind to anything and you'll be amazing at it, as long as you enjoy what you do. And then, being neurodiverse, the best thing ever. I'm neurodiverse, I've got ADHD. And that means we could be, what could we be? ADHD friends. Yeah!
Oh, everyone's so using it everywhere.
I'm wearing the same outfit, Joel.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about that.
So nice. We'll get you a new shirt. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. That's so lovely. And that child is going to remember that forever. You know, it's going to really set a course for her.
Mate, it's one of those things where, like, I know it sounds corny, but, like, I want this to be my legacy. Yeah. Of being in this industry and stuff like that. It's the thing that has struck a chord with me the most. And meeting these really young people, like that girl was so sweet and her mum was so sweet.
And she'll never forget that moment.
Do you know, and I hope she doesn't, because she... God, I don't know, I'm tearing up a little bit. She was like... of feeling a little bit bad about it. And I was like, no, it's just not bad. Like, you are the sweetest little girl. You've got the best life ahead of you. Like, utilise it for the right reason, for, like, something that you absolutely love, and it's going to be amazing for you. There are negatives, and there are struggles, not negatives. There are struggles with it, like, there are with everything in life. But when you're that young, I feel like you just want to hear the positives.
Oh, Sam. It's
you
so
know?
lovely. And obviously he got diagnosed. For anybody out there who's waiting for a diagnosis, what would you say to them, and what treatments are out there for them?
So you can have therapy, which is going to be about kind of learning some organisational skills, some really practical strategies to manage so that you can get through the day more easily. For kids who are at school, can get through school and cope a little bit better. So there's a practical component. There's the coming to terms with it and understanding how your brain works and how it's different. And then, which is really important, and that's where diagnosis can be so helpful, because suddenly it makes you feel like there's not something wrong with you.
Yeah.
You know, you understand.
It's normal.
That's exactly what happened to me, by the way.
You understand. Even if it's not normal, you understand why you do things, what it is about your brain, you know, why you struggle in certain areas, why you don't in others. It's brilliant from that perspective. And then there's, of course, medication. Medication has to be prescribed by a psychiatrist. So if you think that you're going to want to go down the medication route, or if you think you want to consider it for your child, you have to get diagnosed by a psychiatrist. Everything else, you can see a psychologist, specialist ADHD psychologist, without a psychiatrist, but you can't get medication without one.
It's also really important to understand why you feel you need a diagnosis, right?
Right. So exactly that. So if you want medication, you have to have the diagnosis. It's really straightforward. But otherwise, is it about kind of validating your experiences? Because a lot of people feel validated when they have the label, and I totally get that. It's really understandable. But actually, sometimes if you know that you've got a lot of traits and you know that this is likely, maybe you can help validate yourself and go, I'm almost certainly would get the diagnosis if I went for it. I can work as though I do have it, and I can help people to understand that that is the way I am, because I probably am.
Yeah.
So why you need it, why you want that diagnosis is important.
Yeah. Anna, thank you so much for joining us. And Sam,
thank you, Sam.
Just keep using your platform for this, because I think it's incredible. Thank you so much
for having me. It's been an absolute honour.
Well, you're part of the family, Babs. We're not letting go of you. We're not letting go of you.
I'm going to go to Joel's dressing room after this and nick a couple of shirts.
Please do.
Here we go.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
We've already seen her helping pick out some prints. He's very starstruck, isn't he, today?
Quite
a little
right.
bit.
Dame Sandra Rhodes' own dramatic designs have paved the way for much of what we wear today.
Now, her work has made her a British fashion icon and a magnet for stars and royalty, all wanting to be seen wearing Sandra Rhodes.
And now the Queen of Prints, Dame Sandra, has chosen 50 objects to help tell the story of an era that she defined, and she is here now. Can I say, I love the fact that you picked up the water. It's all about the aesthetic. You were like, get that water out shot. Put that down.
I might knock it
get
over
that pen out shot. We don't want that pen in shot either.
Oh, it's so nice for you to join us.
And congratulations on the book. It's absolutely lovely. Lovely stories.
It's being very cathartic to go into my background, yes.
You've enjoyed it. I love the fact that the first chapter is all about your wonderful Mum, who used to dress so elegantly and wonderful.
And the fly spray.
And fly spray. Tell us about it. What's the story?
Well, she used to put her hair back in a bun and then make a curl at the top that she pinned in and spray it with silver and then set it with, you know, hairspray to set it. And we were rushing to we were getting the early train to London for Christmas shopping, I think. And she sprayed her hair, and all the way on the bus down to the station, she'd say, my head does sting, my head does sting. And she sprayed her hair with fly spray instead of the setting
But it's
spray.
funny that those are the things you remember. It's quite often it's the smells, isn't it? It's those sensory kind of experiences are so important when you're a kid. Did you enjoy and did you find it easy to delve back into the annals? And it's like, could you remember stuff? It was a kind of lightning in the bottle for you.
It was really a case of really trying to go into things that I'd hidden in the background and didn't even want to talk about. You know, like my father's background where his mother had been murdered. I didn't know any of that.
Sure.
It was my sister's granddaughter that did all that research.
Wow.
And suddenly I found out all these things about myself, or researching different affairs I'd had and everything like that. You know, things that you push behind you and you think, oh, I'd forgotten that, and then you dig it out for the icon book.
Yeah, marvellous.
Well, can we just say thank you for digging out some of these outfits? They're absolutely unbelievable. Now, that dress over there, is that a replica of maybe Princess Diana's?
That's a replica of the Princess Diana's dress that I did for her. And then next to it is the Freddie Mercury cape that he tried on.
Wow.
Incredible. So talk us through the Diana. Let's talk about the Diana experience first. We'll talk about both of them. So what was your experience with Diana? She came to you.
I had a very chic shop in Mayfair at that time, just off of Bond Street.
Yeah.
And she came round with her friend Fergie, just paid a visit, and there were all these plainclothes policemen standing around trying to look invisible. and then she ordered a dress. She tried it on in black, an off-shoulder dress. And then my factory was still in a little workroom in Bayswater. And we made the dress, and then I got in my little mini car with my passport and went to the front door, you know, to the palace. Yeah. And with the dress, and then I'd hold the dress over my arm and I'd curtsy as I went in and tripped over a wonderful toy with all these great horns. It was a sort of Nordic toy. And I said, what's that? And she said, oh, it's William's favourite.
Oh, my God.
Sweet.
That's so lovely. So did she have that dress in the pink or the black in the end?
No. In those days, it was in the pink, and she announced when she was pregnant with that dress.
Oh, it's lovely. And what about Freddie Mercury then? Yeah. So he came into the shop. Who did he come in with?
Oh, no, I didn't have a shop then. I still had my funny little studio in Bayswater by the tube station, and you went up 3 flights of rickety stairs, and the phone call, I think it was Brian who phoned me up.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you'll have to come in the evening, because I didn't have a changing room. It was just a big sort of workroom with the machinists down one side and everything. So they came in the evening, and when I put the phone down, I had to say to my people, what do they play? Because at that time I wouldn't have known.
They were just starting out, I suppose.
I think they were just starting out.
So my students who were working
that's great. What a lovely shot.
Look, isn't that wonderful, that picture of him? And so that was the actual one. It was a wedding top, and I pulled it off and I said, oh, go in front of the mirror and see how you want to feel in it and everything. And so it was quite wonderful.
Did he come alive then when he looked at himself in the mirror with your outfit?
You could see the way he moved in front of the mirror, which was quite wonderful.
Sandra, was there a moment or a particular outfit for you that catapulted you into the realms of the Dianas or the Diana Rosses or the Streisands of the world? Or did it just happen a little bit more?
I suppose one of the key moments was when I got a phone call from English Vogue who said, we're dressing a very famous lady and we'd like a special ball gown, and I sent in the white ball gown. And it wasn't until a month later that I was told that it was actually Princess Anne in the white dress when they announced her engagement. And then that meant that when I once
got
a
shot there. Oh wow!
Look
that's
at that.
the engagement photograph. She looks like a really fairy princess. And then
stunning, isn't she?
Everyone thought there were all photographers waiting at the when I came out of a plane, thinking I was going to make the wedding dress, but I didn't make the wedding dress.
Oh.
But you have worked with incredible... So, I mean, Diana... You worked with Streisand, haven't you?
And Diana Ross didn't recognise you, did she?
Oh, well, that one was... Diana Ross came into my shop, and when I fitted her, I had a white turban on and a tunic or something. She said, do come to the finale of her show, and she bought a wonderful red pleated jacket and a red outfit and a red turban. So I'm in LA maybe 6 months later, and I'm with my girlfriend driving along in her Cadillac, and she says, look, there's Diana Ross getting out of her car. Go out and say hello.
You've met her. So you think,
yes, go and say hello.
There's a Polaroid.
So I get out of the car.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was round at the house, because what happened was I get out of the car.
Yeah.
I've got green hair with feathers on the end, high white beaver boots and my dress, and I float up to start coming up. If you come one step nearer, I will close this garage door down on you. I backed into the car, got back in the car, and then I come down in the morning and my friends have bags under their eyes. They've had a phone call at 3 in the morning, and it's Diana Ross saying she realised that she'd shut the door down on me, and she came round for breakfast. And that picture that you just saw was her coming round for breakfast, trying on a punk outfit.
Don't rock up at Diana's...
I had no intentions of
without inviting
rocking
yourself.
up at Di's. Did you meet Streisand as well? Have you dressed Barbara Streisand?
I have. I dressed her for that very last show she did in the park.
Oh, I was there, yeah.
Here in London.
Yeah.
That was fun to
Great,
do. And then, you know, because I had to make it that she could sort of put her arms out when she was singing.
Yeah.
And it would look very lovely.
Oh, marvellous.
Do you think the industry, the fashion industry, has changed over time? And how has it changed for you?
I mean, I think I've been incredibly lucky. I mean, I met these mad Ukrainian-American models who'd been photographed in my clothes by Bailey, and they said, Sandra, you've got to come to America, you'll make your fortune. And somehow I thought, oh, why don't I go? And I put a collection together, including this wonderful yellow cloak.
Which is amazing.
And then I had a letter of introduction to Deanna Vreeland of American Vogue, who was this amazing, hook-nosed, amazing figure. Her personality was so incredible that you didn't feel you felt you were walking on air. And I showed her the clothes, and she said, "Oh, I've got to photograph them on Natalie Wood." And so she did. Incredible. She photographed them on Natalie Wood. She phoned up the top boutique in New York and said, "You've got to have her clothes." And that's really where I had all this American clientele who didn't say, "Oh, you're a textile designer and you can't do clothes." And the pictures were so lovely that I ended up selling to America, really, before here.
So do you think that avenue that is harder now? I mean, it seems a very difficult industry to be able to break into without huge backing.
I think it would still be difficult, but I'm sure, like everything, you work out a different way of persistence. And I've always said to students, don't give up.
Yeah.
If you feel that's what you want to do, look the part that you're selling. Always look the part. Always dress perfectly for a job to show you respect the person that you're going to.
Yeah. Put your makeup on.
Oh,
Put your
never
face
without
on.
makeup.
Yeah.
I sleep with my makeup.
Do ya?
Oh, yes. And then if I'm really late,
You wake up
I
like
add
this.
to it.
You wake up like this.
Yeah.
Can I say thank you for styling me for Sunday
Oh, you
Times?
look so good.
That was your cape,
Look at
and
that.
I
For
felt.
goodness sake.
Oh,
I
it's
can't tell
gorgeous,
you,
isn't it?
I felt incredible in Sandra Rhodes. I really
was
did.
that,
It was
though?
lovely for the Sunday Times.
When was it? Do you remember? That year
It's
ago?
not long ago. No, it's
ago.
about
It
6
couldn't
months
have
ago.
been
That
6
is.
months, I
Thank you
think.
so
Holy
much
moly.
for that.
It was
outfit.
fab.
I love it. I didn't keep it though. I should have kept that one.
Absolutely smoking.
Amazing.
Can we have a look at that?
All right,
Just
all right.
take a moment.
That's enough. That's enough. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations with the book.
Absolutely.
There it is. Iconic.
Iconic.
It's out now.
50
My life
objects.
in 50 objects.
50 objects, yeah.
Thank you. You're sticking around as well, aren't you?
Oh, yes, I am. I'm
Largely just,
thrilled, yes.
Like, help out Gok.
I'm just going to go through all your
I
little
know.
items. Thank you
yes,
for
the
bringing it all
Carlton
in.
Lagerfeld fan, and they're all written about in the book.
OK.
Brilliant. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you so
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning. Beginning on the cabaret circuit in the mid-'80s to touring as one of the world's and the UK's best-loved comedians, our next guest has had a star-studded career.
But today, we're celebrating Julian Clary as a best-selling children's author, as his hugely successful series, The Bolds, marks its 10-year anniversary. Lovely to have you back, Julian.
Hello, it's nice to be here. You've done your serious item with the doctor. I'm enjoying watching your serious face.
Great watching, isn't it? Wonderful.
Show me my serious face. I don't even know what it is. It's just... My actual resting face is actually quite serious in general. So when I'm out shopping, people are like, oh, she's a bit moody in real life, isn't she?
No, there's an undercurrent of hysteria about you, which I'm enjoying. But yes, 10 years of the Bolds. So they've
10 years.
repackaged them and zhuzhed them up a
They've
bit.
been revamped.
It's lovely when you do something that has a kind of generational appeal. So now the kids that got into it when they, are now probably young adults, aren't they?
I met some. I was at the Hay Book Festival.
Yeah.
And launching these, and these sort of 22-year-olds were in the queue with their clutching their books. And
So
I thought,
nice.
well, yes, they're obviously onto other things now.
Yeah.
But that's sort of why who knows where 10 years has gone, but they thought there's a whole new generation of children. A lot of people think there's only one Bolds book. Actually, there are 6. And so if you enjoy one, you can carry on.
Could you pick up book 4 and get into it, or would you have to go back to the
No,
first
you
book?
don't. You can read them all in any order.
Yeah,
I wanted to make sure about that.
Yeah.
Because when I was young, I think I liked what were those series of books about a naughty boy? gone from my head. Anyway, there are 20 of those, so I wanted there to be lots.
Just William?
Just William, that's right. And you can read those in any order.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it when it's like that.
Well, also, it's kind of books feel more... I know there's, you know, kind of worrying statistics about libraries shutting and also children not being able to afford books, but books feel like they're more accessible now, whether they are or not. Whereas when we were children, the visit to the library was everything, and quite often you wouldn't be able to read things in sequence, would you? You would have to just pick, like, you know, you took what you could get, really.
And there wasn't much choice either.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was a child.
So tell us about the Bowls. For people that don't know Bowls, it's a family of hyenas.
They're hyenas living as human beings in disguise. This is their secret. So it's a constant battle for them to pass as human beings, but suppressing their animal urges. So hyenas like to mark their territory by rubbing their bottoms on things. Yeah. And they like to scavenge and go down bins. So every now and then they forget themselves, and this happens. But they also are very kind, and they like to help other animals who want to cross over and live as human beings. So their door is always open, and they welcome in. There's a sheep in one story. There's a French poodle. Animals who have ambitions, you know, beyond their station. Yeah. So it's a constant turnover.
Which is a lovely kind of subtext of acceptance and you know, tolerance for kids.
Well, what I find, because it is, but I didn't start out thinking, oh, I must write a book about tolerance and acceptance.
Yeah.
I think whatever's in your mind comes through in the writing. So.
And was this modelled on neighbours of yours?
That's correct. I've been promoting these books for so long.
Can you imagine your neighbours now watching the TV thinking, I wonder if that's modelled on us?
Which one? The Butterworths. You know who you are. They're a very hairy family.
Really?
And we lived at 39 St Mark's Road in Teddington. They lived at 37. No, 35. Can't remember. I was looking out my bedroom window and I saw Mr Butterworth take his shirt off and... It was very hairy.
Was he?
His back, I'm talking about.
Needed a good wax.
Well, some people like that sort of thing. Her suit. Mrs Butterworth probably liked a hairy back.
Brilliant.
And so in my 8-year-old mind, I made up this story about they're wild animals. I'm the only one that knows. And so I went back to that when someone said, write children's books.
So good.
So did you have the ideas worked out before, like as an 8-year-old, were you planning stories or was it, or...
It was just a daydream as an 8-year-old. Yeah. And no, they're very plot-driven, the Bowles books. All sorts of things happen, which is the way I wanted it, because I used to read Rupert the Bear, who was always, you know, plucked off the ground by an eagle and taken off to China, then got home in time for tea. So I wanted my books to have that sort of imperative.
What I love about your story as well is that, you know, you said you could have been from quite a serious household. Your mother was a probation officer, your father was a policeman, and yet you grew up with laughter all around you.
Yes, it sounds like something it wasn't. You have to laugh, you know. And we did have a laugh. My mother's watching, if you'd like to say hello.
Hello, Mum.
Hello, Brenda.
Hello, Brenda. Lovely to see you.
Brenda, my mum was a probation officer as well, so...
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
And you laugh a lot.
And she was married to a police officer.
No!
Literally, when I was reading it, I was like, oh, that's so weird.
Parallel lives.
Parallel.
Yes.
Weird. And we do panto. Anyway, carry on.
So, yes, we just like to laugh. And whatever happened to me during the day at school or on the bus, you think, well, that's a good story. That'll make everyone laugh.
So there's parallels to your own childhood, then, in these books?
The Bowles are basically the Claries, yes. Except we're not hyenas, as far as I know.
Literally. And you're going back on tour, aren't you? This tour is taking over.
Well, it went so well, and we finished a few weeks ago. I thought, oh, that's the end of that. Then my agent phones up and says, we've found some places you haven't yet been. So, and some places that sold out really quickly we're going back to.
So is it the same show, or you revamped the show?
Well, I'll see nearer the time. I think some bits might have, you know, be past their sell-by, but the basic concept of me in a Western putting on the magnificent 7 inches is good to go still. I think it will amuse people.
The titles of your shows...
They're brilliant.
Kill me. Was it Position Vacant, Apply Within?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my favourite.
Well, this is A Fistful of Clary.
The Fistful of Clary.
But the play within the play, the thing where I get the men out the audience.
That's totally improvised, isn't it?
Well, yes.
I can't believe you even have the guts to do that.
On that tour I've just done, there was a period of about 2 weeks where every night I would pick a lorry driver out the audience.
Stop it.
How does that work?
Yeah.
You know, psychically, I honed in on available lorry drivers, and they're such good fun.
And what's this thing about handbags you keep doing on the show? You actually rifle through people's handbags?
I used to, but I feel it may be an invasion of women's spaces these days.
Say that.
I haven't even edited this bag. This is actually my true bag. It's actually quite heavy.
God, it's really heavy today.
It's really heavy.
I've
It's got the iPad.
I've been encouraged to go down your handbag by the research.
You could really hurt someone with this.
It's not what you call a glamorous...
Yeah, but you know whose bag it is because it's got AH on it.
AH on it. Oh, right, that's good.
The army set.
That's my makeup bag.
Dirty mare.
It really is quite dirty. I'm so embarrassed.
I don't know. The trouble is
It's a
with
broken mirror.
television,
I love
nothing
that
is
mirror.
what it seems, is it? That's not...
Look, I've bought these cards. I mean, I'm not even getting paid for them. But they've got my own, like...
I've seen those.
But you know what it is? Like, you
Why
never...
do you buy those?
Because there's always a birthday around.
Yeah, but you said...
I see someone having a birthday and I think, oh, well, I'll give them a card because it looks like I've made an effort.
What, with you on it?
Yeah! I mean, how cool is that to have... Oh, yeah, obviously, time of the month.
There's lots of something for every occasion in here.
There's a lot of stuff in there, isn't there?
And a plug.
There's a plug.
I think you need one of those
that's really
bags.
good oil for your face, that is.
Is it?
Really good.
You need more compartments and things.
I do. Oh, that's my that's my brace that I wear at night.
Oh. It doesn't look big enough.
That's for the bottom ones.
That could just be the basis of
These
your whole
teeth are not
stand-up. It's just
perfect for no
going through.
reason.
What's that? Is that a sock?
Oh, what's that? It is a sock. What is that in there?
Oh,
I've got some socks. Some little socks. Oh, I think they're from Bake Off last week. I forgot to take them out. What's that?
I haven't got my glasses on. I don't know.
Oh, that's you know when you get your threading done, you get a little stamp on it,
and you get a free one.
So you get
eventually.
like 12 stamps. You get. It's going right. What's that? No, don't read that.
Why?
No, show me.
That might be
No, go on, tell me.
no.
Show me it off there.
Oh, thank God. There's nothing on it.
Keep your receipts. Tell me if I've gone too far.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
But honestly, you need one of those bags with departments. So you can,
I could watch him
keep
go through your bags.
There's a razor.
Forever. Right, let's talk. Let's talk panto.
Okay, I'll pack this away. You
Thank
talk
you
to me.
so much.
Let's talk panto. You're back in the Palladium this year.
Sit down.
Yes.
Oh, Nigel Havers is going to be there, isn't he?
Of course.
He's always...
And Jane McDonald.
I love the fact that you all, like, come back every year. It's addictive, though, isn't it?
Well, really, we're a team, you know, and it's better the devil you know, really.
Yeah.
So Nigel Havers, Paul Zerdin, and Jane McDonald. I'm Robin Hood, and she's my maid Marion. So there'll be lots of cruising references, I expect.
Oh my God.
Do you write it as well, Julian? Do you?
I write my bits.
Do you? Yeah.
Yes.
And the costumes are
film.
phenomenal, aren't they?
Hugh Durrant makes the costumes, designs the costumes, and they are, you know, each year more outrageous.
Well, Robin Hood isn't quite... It's not actually that over the top. I bet yours is going to be really over the top, isn't
And
it?
I don't look good in green, so it's a worry. We're going to have to...
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I don't know. I'll leave it to the creative people.
Do you love it every year? Like, would you?
I do love it. You know, it's. I'm lucky as well. I appreciate my luck in being at the Palladium. This is the 9th year, and with that budget and with my friends and making people laugh. You're doing it again.
Yeah, I'm doing the Hippodrome again. I loved it last year.
What are you playing?
I'm playing the Magical Mermaid. I think they've just, like, created this character for me.
In Peter Pan?
I'm a mermaid.
We did Peter Pan last year. There is no mermaid.
Is there not? Well, this year there is. I'm going to be there as a mermaid. I can't wait. I'm
Thanks,
so excited.
Julian.
Oh, thank
Lovely
you.
to
Very
catch
good.
up.
Good luck with the bowls.
10th anniversary issue of the Bowls are available now, and tickets for the extended tour from julianclary.co.uk on.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Picturesque county, best known for its quaint pubs, its rose-covered villages, but it's not exactly the safest place to live in the world.
No, it really isn't. Over the last 3 decades, the deadly village has seen more than 388 murders and an additional 250 attempted murders. But luckily, our next guests are always on hand to solve the crime.
Yeah, and now Neil Judgeon, who of course plays DCI John Barnaby, and Nick Hendricks, who plays DS Jamie Winter, are back on the beat for a brand new Midsummer Murder. Morning, you two.
Morning!
Morning.
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 It's
How
so
are
good
you?
to see you
How are
both.
you too.
I can't believe we're heading towards 30 years, 23 series.
Well, we're heading towards 30. 30 years is still a little way away, isn't it? It's a little way off.
Yeah, but ain't far, is it, man?
No, maybe not. No.
You can touch it.
You make it sound worse than it is. When you say,
It's a resounding success.
There's been 350 murders in Borough. It's over, like, as you say, it's over like 30
Over time.
years. It's over a very large county. It's not so many, really.
It is a
normal.
It is a county. We need to always
And it's
add
a county.
that, you see.
It's a large
county.
area.
It's a big area.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people there. You never hear about all the people who don't get killed, do you? They make a big fuss about
They're fine.
Yeah.
OK, well, let's talk about someone that does get killed. It's back on the screens tomorrow night. There's a murder involving an ex-policeman.
Oh,
Flesh out the bones a little bit of the episode.
Debt of Lies. Debt of Lies. That's what it's called.
It's called Debt of Lies.
Yeah, it's a sort of police-on-police situation. There's an old retirement home for veteran policemen, and we come in. There's a murder at the beginning. A bad thing happens. 2 policemen turn up and essentially save the day. And we've got some lovely actors in it as always. We've got a wonderful guest cast that we always have. Tom Conti particularly sort of leading the way. And there's always a B story, which, Neil, is...
the B story.
The robbery. The robbery.
Oh, there's a big robbery. There's another.
The robbery.
What we do quite often in Midsummer, what you might notice is that there's something that happened in the past that then has all sort of gone quiet and disappeared and nobody knows what's happened. And then 20-odd years, 25 years later, we come back and we go, hang on, is this connected to what's happening now? So there's another story in this where the young PC Barnaby, as a boy, was on the fringes of an investigation into a very big and famous bank robbery, which was investigated more seniorly by a couple of people who are now in the retirement home.
Right.
So it's Barnaby revisiting his past and the police investigating
that he looked
police.
up to and sort of mentor figures.
My mentor, Barnaby's mentor figure in that time was a character played by Tom Conti.
Who plays the young Barnaby? Who do we?
Who
you involved in the
play
casting?
the young Barnaby. What are you talking about?
Was it?
Who plays the young Barnaby? I just part my hair differently, and I'm still playing the young Barnaby. Thank you.
Just changing clothes.
Let's have a little change.
We don't get the full flashback. That would be fun.
No, that
would
would
real.
be,
Yeah.
yeah.
We could do de-aging. The de-aging, technology they do now. Yeah,
you used to have to do it with all. You'd have bits of toothpaste
No, they can
things and a
computer
wig and all
generate
that.
it now, can't they?
Not in the old days. It was all very.
They're doing that for me and Dermot right now as we speak, aren't they?
Are they? Keep it coming.
How is it working with each other? I mean, Nick, could you critique Neil? Tell me, what do you think of his performance, just out of interest?
Well, if he would give one, I mean, I would. I love Neil. Neil's a great. He's an inspiration. He's a mentor figure, really, father figure. Learned so much from him, both about acting and life.
He's doing his own stunts.
He does all kinds of stunts. He's got a bit of a dodgy knee, but as long as the knee's all right, and his elbow. That's why you did your knee. He did a bit of
I can't tell you who we're chasing after.
We did some chasing.
There's a bit of a chasing, and they said, OK, well, Nick's going to chase him all over Berkshire, and Neil, you've just got to run round the table. So I do that.
A brisk walk.
It was a brisk walk, and I did it.
Come back here, you bounder.
I did it 3 or 4 times, and it all went fine.
Yeah.
And then that night I got on and went, my knee.
You've really done myself in.
It's still bad 2 years later.
Yeah.
You're joking.
I've not put a claim in.
It's very dangerous being a TV detective.
There's always a claim.
There's always,
Nick, you're doing some stuff. Are you doing some stunts?
I try and do some stunts, but I always feel bad.
What have you done, Nick?
Well, in the
you saved Rob Gilbert's life.
God, I did save his life in the because there's 2 episodes coming out, and the other one is all about a bakery, basically, sort of a working mill. It's a wonderful sort of eccentric story, as always. And essentially, there's one big bit where this lovely actor Rob Gilbert is being drowned, essentially being pulled by a.
Don't give too much.
Don't tell the story. I don't want to tell the whole story. But anyway, he's being pulled by a rope towards an Archimedes screw, which is this big sort of part of the mill.
Yeah.
Essentially, he's being pulled. Then the water's pushing against him, and I basically have to run down the side, jump in.
You're telling them too much, don't.
No,
They
come
won't
on.
watch.
When you see it live...
I
want to see it now.
I want to watch it now.
The investigation into the police retirement home is tomorrow night on ITV.
Yeah, never mind that one.
Did you nearly drown? That's all I want to know. Was you all right?
We both know. Yeah, it was fine. It was actually just a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I was quite sort of like, whatever, it'll be fine. pretty good at swimming.
I love your cameo.
And it was really quite...
difficult.
It was quite taxing. By the end of it, I was like, oh, that was quite hard work. But hopefully that means it'll look good.
Guys,
Which we'll find out.
Rod Gilbert, and then, you know, looking down here, Orlando Bloom, Hugh Bonneville, Olivia Colman, Hannah Waddingham. Do you, did you know quite early on who it's going to be, or do you just sort of turn up to the reading room and
we
go,
find out. We probably find out a couple of weeks beforehand who's
We try
coming
and
up in
ask,
the next
to be honest.
episode.
We're a bit excited about it. Well, you want to know the world of the episode, or what's it all about. It's, you know, pets, or it's whatever it is, chocolate or rugby, and then the other thing usually is like, oh, who's in it? And those are the things that we get excited about.
It's exciting
to know who we're going to have and who we get to work with, because we get the joy of working with all these different amazing actors each time.
People.
And they change every 4 weeks when we get to do another.
Do you ever do conventions and stuff? Because 23 series down there, that's a
really
huge fan base.
We don't do conventions.
We don't do conventions, but I'm sure we could squeeze it into our busy schedule if anybody's got any ideas for anything they need signing or anything like that. Anyway.
I know a wedding they're looking for some actors.
There's a what?
A special wedding at the moment that they're looking for.
We did an episode. We did an episode. Kelly Brook got murdered.
She got killed at the wedding.
Kelly Brook got killed before the titles, I think.
I mean, it's not every show you'd get Kelly Brook in your show. It's mad.
Bump her up before the titles.
You could have anyone in. You could have Dermot O'Leary in your show.
YouTube. We've got an eye on YouTube.
We were just spitballing an episode. I think was.
I think we've got it down, haven't we? I get killed by a safe.
Oh, you've blown it. Now we need a new episode.
No. We can change it.
Did you boys watch the football last night? You're a football fan.
Oh, no, I've recorded it. Don't tell me what. I'm watching it.
Well, let me tell you, it's all going to be fine.
OK, brilliant.
Lovely, happy
Very
ending.
excited to see what happens.
Yeah,
if you're from Spain.
So tomorrow, 8:15, ITV1, ITV...
8:15, is it?
Yes, 8:15. Did you not know that?
That's weird.
8:15, ITV1, ITVX, Midsummer Murders. What time did you think it was?
I thought it was 8 o'clock, but it's usually on.
I wanted to keep them waiting just a little bit longer.
A little bit longer.
Teaser, And then the following Tuesday, there's another episode on at 8. 8:15 or something like that. You can get it on catch-up.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning. It's been 14 years since Simon Cowell formed 1D on The X Factor, which ages us all, 35 teenage boys, into superstars.
And guess what? He's hoping to do it all again as he goes in search for the next big boy band to dominate the charts. Simon, it looks like you've made friends with our buddy.
I know. If it was
lovely,
a dog band, I mean, he'd be in.
That's a good idea, Simon.
Well, it'll happen one day. He's so beautiful.
Isn't he gorgeous?
I've heard about why he's doing it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
He's a good boy.
So we should talk about this boy band. Yeah. Why are you doing it? Why do you need another boy band?
Well, there isn't one. I keep thinking and waiting. When is the next kind of big, UK band going to come along? You were there when it happened. I mean, it is the most exciting thing, honestly, I've ever done. Bands, boy bands, girl bands, when it works, it's brilliant. Yeah. However, it's very rare that they form themselves. So going back to Spice Girls, somebody had the idea. And I've done a lot of bands over the years where you just put really talented people together and, hope it works. And since there hasn't been one, I thought, I'm just going to do it. I really want to do it again. But I've done it in a very different way, which is we just don't know who's going to turn up until it happens.
So you're just rocking up to a city.
Yep.
And whoever turns up is who you see.
It was like sending out a party invitation and not having a clue if anyone's going to turn up. So, I kind of, mentally went, OK, you know what? If I see one person in Liverpool, that's enough in terms of, what I'm looking for. And we saw about 250 people over 2 days, which, is a lot of people.
A lot.
And we managed to see everyone.
And what's the format? Do they just come and sing and that's it?
It's quick. I mean, they are literally in, out, in, out, in, out.
And they just sing one song?
Yeah.
Has to be. Because on X Factor, we'd probably get through 30 if we were lucky a day.
If we were lucky, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. So we're seeing probably double that. And, we had to, in the end, because we had so many people at one point, because they were just coming through, because we just said turn up whenever you want. So that morning, I'm calling everyone saying, what's it like? And they went, oh, it's quiet to begin with. I'm like, oh, God. And then suddenly I started getting some messages through somebody who was with me saying, get here quick, ! And I thought, that's a good sign. And then I got another one. And then it was just the minute you find that first person who you think is the person you're looking for, I mean, you know what it's like. It's the best feeling in the world.
I mean, it's one thing to find the talent, but it's another thing for that talent to get on with each other. How are you going to ensure that they get on?
Well, you know, I'm doing something in the middle stages because this isn't like a format as such, you know.
Yeah.
There is no... I mean, there was a beginning, obviously. I have no idea where this is going to end because until we find the band, you know, that's sort of it. But there is something I'm going to do in the middle with all of them I've never done before, which I'll tell you about later.
I think you're going to put them in a house together or something so they live together.
Well, it's kind of close to that, but something different, which I've never done before. But for me, well, you know that, I think 1D, it was always about friendship. Spice Girls was always about friendship. And also the determination, you know, to be successful. And, you know, what was so interesting, what was happening on the day was how they were making friends. Because a lot of these kids, they haven't got out of their house, you know, to ever sing before. You know, they're like singing, you know, in their bedrooms. So suddenly it's like, oh, my God, there's people around me, what do I do? And they were making friends, and it was just... Even if they didn't get in the band, I felt it was a positive experience.
It was a good day.
Do you feel it brings out the best in you? Because, like, at your heart, you're an A&R guy, right? And I remember when we did X Factor, the band, that last series, actually, it was one of my favourites because you didn't have time to think almost. You had to go. You had to go with your instinct. And well, is it like this here? So you know, you're just making you're making your calls pretty quick.
It's about luck sometimes, Dermot. I mean, when we did that show, it wasn't like, oh my God, I found the one.
Yeah.
You know, and that is it. You've got to find the one. And this did happen with one particular boy where I thought, and I could tell by the energy around, this boy is special. I mean, seriously, seriously good.
Yeah.
Having said that, you know, second time around, you never know.
Because, I mean, when you put 1D together, that was still a huge punt, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a punt, yeah. I mean, they had, I think, a couple of weeks, or roughly 2 weeks.
Yeah, not long.
Where they were smart is that they lived together. You know, they hung out.
I think it's important.
Yeah, and they got to know each other. So when they came to Spain, you remember what it was like. You know, even when they walked up the beach, I'm thinking, there's something about this group.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at them and they're excited. And they sang this song, and I'm like, I'll keep my poker face on. And they walk around the corner. I jump out my chair. Thank you, God. Because we could all feel something. And
feel the magic.
For being honest with you, that's what I've missed, is doing that. Because, you know, like I said, I wish, but they don't form themselves.
Well, that was my question, because you've done it. You've done it with the biggest boy band of all time, really. It's going to be so hard to replicate because it was such a moment in time. Social media happened at the same time.
Yeah.
The X Factor was such a huge show. So what made you want to get... Was that it? You just missed the juice of it?
If I thought that they were dated now, or the records felt dated, you know, that would be a different conversation. But a couple of years ago, Eric, my son, he came in, because he's always trying to find me new records. Oh, yeah.
Great.
So he comes running in. You want to tune, don't you? He comes running in and goes, oh, Dad, you've got to listen to this record. And he plays me a One Direction record. And I'm laughing. I went, he goes, why are you laughing? I said, oh, I love it. And he said, well, why are you laughing? I said, well, I know this band. He goes, no, you don't. I go, yes, I do.
Did he think he discovered that?
Well, sort of, yeah. And then, of course, you know, all of his friends are playing the 1D records, you know, because the records still sound great. And look, you know, if we got them together, which we weren't, but if we did and put their concert on sale now, it would be giant. Probably the biggest concert, stadium...
what, if you put them back together?
Oh, my God, are you kidding?
Yeah.
We would sell out stadiums all over the world. Really? I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm just saying if they did.
Do you have any regrets surrounding them at all?
I wish I'd owned the name.
What, One Direction?
Yeah.
Why did you not do that?
I don't know.
That's a him answer, by the way. So I say, wish I owned the name so I could do some other stuff with the name, basically.
What could you do with the name?
Like ABBA, you know the ABBA thing? You know, I'd do that.
Oh, I get
Yeah,
it.
and I wouldn't have to ask anyone.
Oh, got ya.
Yeah.
Got ya.
But other than that, no. I mean, some of my best memories of my career were around about that time.
Yeah.
It was just exciting.
Really special, wasn't it?
It was special. And, you know, when we saw 20 fans grow into 40 fans, and then suddenly 100, and then it went to 2,000, and the fans were kind of like really the ones who were making it work all over the world. I mean, and being part of that, it was thrilling. Yeah.
Simon, there could be someone watching you right now who's very talented,
Where are you?
doesn't know literally what to do. What would you say to them about applying for this show?
Honestly, just do it. Because whether it's a yes, whether it's a no, you know this, part of being successful in entertainment is you've got to audition and you've got to experience what it's like to meet people. So whether, you know, like I said, I believe that everyone walked away thinking, I've learned something I didn't know before. And I was really actually very proud of everyone who did bother to turn up, because they were just walking in, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, good for you, because, you know, you gave it a go.
Yeah.
And a couple of the kids, you know, when we said, you're really good, they were like, really? Yeah, I'm like, yes.
That's so lovely.
Great people with you as well. I mean, we run out of time.
I have got a great...
Camille.
Oh, my God. We've got some of the best songwriters of all time helping me out, and producers. So, yeah, it's a big deal.
Best of luck,
Can I just
darling.
say, go to simonneedsyou.com. It's got all the details.
Thank you, Simon.
That's
Good
it.
to see you.
Thank
you so much. Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
At the star of Despicable Me 4, the voice of Gru, Steve Carell, is with us on the sofa. You two were mid-deep conversation during that clip.
Yes, we were. For sure, because my boys are like 6 and 8, Milo and James, so they are right in your sweet spot.
That is the pocket, yes.
I mean, literally, I don't think there's been more shows watched than Despicable Me.
We have listened to Despicable Me so many times in the car.
Yeah.
When the kids were little.
Yeah.
And you get to memorize, all sorts of animation. You get to memorize it as you're driving around.
For sure.
You hear it for hundreds of hours.
For
You
sure.
don't realize it.
But your kids actually did the thing where they went, yeah, Dad, that voice works.
That was it.
That was how it ended up, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's how I landed on The Voice. We went in, I did my first recording session. We played around with a bunch of different voices. I came home and I did a few for them, and they pointed to the one that I eventually used. They said, that's good. That's the fun one.
Well, that's the thing, because they're always so honest, kids, as well. So were they honest about the terrible ones, too?
They are, yeah. Don't do that.
Were the terrible ones from different parts of the world? Because sort of Gru's sort of got that sort of strange Eastern European sort of...
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? Sort of. It's such a specific... yeah, no, I don't really remember what the other ones were.
Brit in there? Was an evil Brit?
There was never... No Brits are evil. They're all lovely. Right? There was not an evil Brit.
Right.
It was always sort of that semi-Slavic, Eastern European sounding thing. It's as if I flew over a huge swath of Europe and said, that's the accent.
That'll do it.
And then you had to do young Gru and Drew as well. Like, how do you keep them all in your head?
Well, you practice a little bit, and like in the car on the way in, and then it's so loose when you're in the studio just playing around, and you're by yourself essentially. You're not with any of the other actors, and you have plenty of time to experiment, and you can make lots of mistakes.
Yeah.
And did the producers say, oh, Steve, I think you've got that a little bit wrong? I mean, he doesn't say it like that. He says it like this. Is there sort of, or is that sort of room for the development of how his accent is?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, everyone's sort of guiding each other, and you're always finding new things, and you're improvising. The writing is great, but you're always improvising new alternatives for lines. And the tricky thing is you don't hear any of the other dialogue, so you have to do lots of different versions to kind of sync up with whatever is going to be coming before and after.
So Will Ferrell's the sort of star of this one as well.
Oh, Will Ferrell.
I mean, what a stinker he is.
I can't believe they allowed him.
I mean, who invited... Do you know, he was on... I watched him on a TV show in America the other day, and he was saying you begged him to come and do that
I did
role.
kind of beg him to do it.
Did you beg him?
Hands and knees?
Well, I threw... Yeah, I'll just say that. I threw it out there after the last one. You know, someone asked, who would be your perfect next villain? And I threw Will out as a potential choice. I didn't even ask him about it. I just kind of
manifested it.
Yeah, I did, exactly.
Yes.
So, and he did it. He jumped at the chance.
But you're not opposite each other in the booth. You don't play against each other. So you really... Did they play a little bit of what Will's doing with the character so you bounce off it?
None of it. And I didn't even know what he sounded like until I saw it.
You didn't know he was going to be Zut alors, magnifique, le grand fromage?
I had no idea. I did not recognize his voice. I knew it was him, but I thought, is that him? Because it did not sound like him.
But the weirdest thing of all is Gru was supposed to be like the greatest villain in the world and has now turned into this like lovable family guy rogue.
Yeah.
And now in has come feral to steal your crowd.
I know.
I mean, you need to, at least arm wrestle him or something.
Well, you don't see what's going on behind the scenes. It's pretty ugly.
I like the idea
so
of
funny in it.
you and Will finally get together after you've heard him, like for dinner or something, and then having a little voiceover off while you're having dinner to see what it's like in real life.
Yeah. No, we do that all the time. Actually, it was so much fun to do a lot of this press with him and with Kristen Wiig.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because the three of us are friends and we've worked together before. But to get together and just have to be silly for a bunch of days in a row was such a treat.
Because, of course, when you're together, usually you're not being silly.
No.
Never.
Exactly.
They never
Exactly. Such an anomaly.
One of the things that has been extraordinary about the Despicable Me franchise as it is now is the impact that that's had. And you will see, undoubtedly, Steve, Halloween, people getting dressed up as Despicable Me characters.
Yeah.
And then equally stag do's now as well. So the youngsters that are going on their stag do's, who were probably kids watching the first
14
film.
years ago.
14 years later.
Yeah.
I mean, we found some of these. I'm sure you've seen them, but we wanted to see what you thought of these. These are some of the clips that we found online of people trying to steal the moon. Here you go.
Sure.
Tonight, we steal the moon! Together, we will steal the moon! Tonight, we steal the moon!
Oh, I love that.
Have you seen them?
I love. Tonight, we steal the moon!
That was a stag do in Liverpool. So I know the thousands getting together.
I've never seen that
Have you not
before.
seen them?
No. Well, in the States, we had these things called gentle minions.
Right.
Which, same thing. Like, kids who are now teenagers who grew up with Despicable Me would all dress in their smartest outfits and go to see the movie. And it became sort of a viral thing back there. And my kids grew up with it, too.
Yeah,
you know, my kids are now 20 and 23. And they're of that generation that grew up with this. They were little kids when it started, and they've always sort of loved it. And not ironically either.
No.
They really love it.
And is there something about you guys being the stars of the movie, but really it's the minions that have become the superstars globally as well? You're being outshone by these little yellow, strange beings.
Thanks for throwing that in my face. I give it all to the minions. It's and in this one there are minions called Mega Minions.
Yes.
That are minions that have been given superpowers. And it just goes to show that no matter how powerful a minion is, they're still minions, and they're going to screw things up.
Yeah. Did you ever think when you first read the script how successful it would be? Because it's everything that comes with it after. It's like the games and the rides and the adventure parks.
Yeah.
And did you ever think, oh, this is for sure?
Well, of course not. I mean, we thought it would be good.
Yeah.
And I was really proud of that first movie, too, because it wasn't condescending towards kids.
Brilliant.
It was sort of edgy. It was a little scary. But just enough.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that there was a little subversiveness to it. But this sort of global phenomenon, no idea. I mean, it's lovely to be a part of something like this.
And it just exists and it's going to keep existing, which is so exciting.
Yeah,
we can't have you here, Steve, without talking about the morning show, which a lot of our viewers will have fallen in love with. Your character was quite extraordinary TV personality, gave you a little insight into doing a daily live TV show, which is our life, of course. I wonder how you reflect on the impact of the morning show and what that's been like.
It was interesting because, you know, and I've done morning talk shows in the States as well. And what was striking to me about doing that show was the set that they built felt absolutely realistic and authentic.
Yes.
Like right down to the way they cabled the wires into the control room. And it was, the set was like a freestanding control room. Everything was like right there together. And so it could be used as when they do sort of one shot that follow people into different rooms. So that was striking. And I think the authenticity of the writing too, they had really done their research.
Yeah.
And they had a good bead on who these characters might be.
And the stories as well, of course.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment in live daily TV.
And they kind of push the boundaries, too, in terms of the storylines and...
Did it give you a bit more of an insight into sort of what life is like when you're doing the interviewing and having to do all that sort of stuff?
I have such respect for you.
That's what I'm getting at.
I don't know how you do it. No,
He didn't until you mentioned the Minions and I mentioned Will Ferrell.
Tell us how great we are.
Thank you.
Let's just get to that.
Finally, we got there, Steve. That's what we're looking for.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure.
Will you please make loads more? Because I just want to keep watching them forever.
I would love to, yeah. We'll see.
Great stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.